Welcome everybody on YouTube here. It is 7 o'clock on the dot. Well, not quite, 6:57. I am on here so I can share with everybody to make sure that they get in on time to win themselves this belt buckle. I did a post a little while back where I want to give away one of these belt buckles and a t-shirt. So I had made a fun little thing because I've started my YouTube channel for everybody to go in to subscribe to my channel and then to comment on the video, the how-to video on how I built this belt buckle. Just trying to grow my channel, get some content out there. I have a ton of fun stuff. I am getting ready to share really fun videos, some neat builds. I want to do fun things, interacting with everybody and making my YouTube channel fun and something that everybody can enjoy and everybody can learn something, laugh, cry, all that good kind of stuff. But I have lots of new tools that I've got that I can't wait to share, just my loves and hates for different tools, the ways that I do different things, all that kind of stuff. So thanks, Matthew. I appreciate it. It's I've been having so much fun. I've never thought that YouTube was going to be something I would end up putting time into, but it has just been incredible, and it's been received well, and everybody wants to give their 2 cents on how things should be done, and that's fine. It helps me become better at what I'm doing and how I can share it with everybody. My dog is at the door whining and crying. Come here, Merle. Come here. Thanks, Jim. I do plan to keep it up. But for any of you on here, again, if you have not subscribed to my channel, then make sure you do that. And if you have not gone in and commented on the how-to video of these belt buckles, then you have to do that in order to get in to win it. And I can't wait. This is my first giveaway that I have ever done. Well, I've kind of done collaborated giveaways, but I'm not very techie when it comes to computer stuff. So I was going to sit and write down everybody's names onto a piece of paper and then rip them all up and then do a draw. And my friends are like, there's way better ways to do a draw, Rachel. There's way easier ways to do it, which I do. I appreciate that. This is my little dog at the door thinking somebody's there. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the kind words. You guys have been so great, so kind. For you guys out there, where are you watching from? Where are you tuning in from? What time is it? 7 o'clock here. Just thanks, guys. Thank you. UK, love the UK. Spent many times. Well, I've been there many times now. Alberta. Love good old Alberta. Is it still snowing in Alberta? Do you still have lots of snow there? I can just look out at the mountain outside my window and see that there's like a skiff of snow. It's just a tiny little bit of snow left, and this makes me so happy because I just do so much stuff in the springtime. I get so much done. The weather's so nice. You can keep your doors open in your shop and puttering around the yard, just doing all of these fun things. So, yeah. Edmonton, Missouri, East Coast America, United States, amazing. Saskatchewan, you guys are everywhere. I love it. Well, hey, there you go. You're not missing the live here today. Fort St. John. I lived in Fort Nelson for a few years. That is a place on the planet. And it was 2 years of my 5-year plan there. Abbotsford, love Abbotsford. Had family that live out there. Everywhere. I love seeing how I get to communicate and talk and chat with people who are living just all over the world. And then you get to just chat about things that everybody has in common. I like building things. I like tools. I like sharing my love for all of it. It's so much fun. Nevada, Colorado, fun. Look at all these fun places. But I just do really, really appreciate the positive feedback that I've had since I've started my channel. I want to know, what do you guys want to see? What do you guys want to see be built? What's something cool that you think would be an interesting build. And I'm not saying trucks, because I want to do some videos that can be fun on some smaller type things, how-to videos for different type things. You know, I've been a welder for 25 years, very long time, so there's lots of different things that I've been able to build and create and all of that kind of stuff. And so for you people out there who are maybe new people, or, you know, want to build something yourself, like coffee tables, you know, any neat kind of stuff that you guys want to see the process on how it's built, let me know. Give me all the feedback. I love feedback. That's how we grow. A game of horseshoes. That's fun. I have built a game of horseshoes for my kids, but when I say that, it was just a stick, and I just painted some horseshoes, and the kids could chuck them around. They loved it. That was fun. Oh, my dog's asleep now. He's happy now. Sleep on the rug. But I don't know if you guys can see in the back here where my little dog is sleeping in the mess of shoes. That was one of the builds that I did on one of my videos, was that little bench. It weighs about 1 billion pounds. But it was fun. I didn't know what I was building. I just threw a bunch of stuff on the table, and I was like, okay, go, build something. And then I have another coffee table in my living room that my daughter and I, my son was off doing some stuff, so we had a girl day, and I was like, let's go to the shop. Let's build something fun. Let's build a coffee table. And so I had her in my shop, and we just had the absolute best day. Listen to music. She did all the woodwork. She did all the cutting, all the metal, all the grinding. She did all the painting. It was so much fun having her in there with me. And we got home, and she was laying on the coffee table and saying to herself, Mom, I am so proud of myself. I am so proud of what I just built. And, oh gosh, that just makes you feel good when your kids just are proud of themselves. They've learned something, they've done some hard parts of it, and, you know, just to be proud of themselves. I just think it's incredible. Do you travel to the U.S.? Not really. I don't really travel to the U.S. too often. All of your small projects. So, yeah, I mean, small projects, all the little horseshoe stuff, that stuff more. I haven't built these in a really long time, and I found one when I was cleaning up some stuff in my house. I was like, oh, that's funny. And then I had to build one for a customer that purchased one. And it was like a very custom one. It was the Ed belt buckle, for those of you who haven't seen it yet. And then it just reminded me of all the fun little projects that I built. And that's how I started my business, my kids were little babies, and I wanted to be home with my kids, and I wanted to still do the things that I loved. And so I started making things out of horseshoes. The first one was a Christmas tree out of horseshoes. And then it just kind of expanded from there, and taking piles and piles of scrap steel and then just making them into something beautiful. That's one of my favorite things, is just to take a pile of stuff and make it into something really, really beautiful. I just think that that's a fun way to be creative, repurpose things, all that good stuff. Build the double cab. Bam. Yeah, that's the plan. I have to wait till Mike and Blair get back from the car show in Toronto. I actually think they're in Vegas right now for another car show. Those crazy bastards just doing all the things that they're doing. Can't keep up. So I'm hoping to spend some time at Russ Bros over spring break, and get going on it. Make a plan. Start working with Blair on that project. I have the Scout Terra in my shop here, and me and the lovely Sam Brackley. If you don't follow him, go follow him too. Him and I are doing the Scout build here in my shop, and it's a lot of things that I'm trying to juggle between my business, my kids, and building 2 trucks and two different shops. So, you know, I like to keep busy, so it's fun. I'm not even bothered, but the Chevy is just my dream. That's just my dream build, so I'm really excited to get going on that one. Yeah, it's been just a bit of a slow week here. Just trying to get the Scout in there and get it planned. If you guys want to watch the Scout build, it's not going to be on my channel. It's going to be on The Love of the Build. This YouTube channel is called The Love of the Build. There's also an Instagram page, The Love of the Build. So you can go in there, you can follow the build of the Scout Terra. I'll do little blips of it on my own stuff, but everything else will be posted on there. And we are recording the whole thing. It'll be a long process because I'm building it with Sam, who lives in England, and so he's traveling here to help, and so we can do all the work on this. Yes, you want to see the scout being built. I want to see the scout being built. But it was great having it in the shop, got it up on the hoist, and the frame is solid. Like that was what I was worried, is that the frame was going to be all rusted out and all gross, but it wasn't. It was in great shape. So it's just making a game plan on, engine, transmission, which we may have sourced out both of those things. Torque converter headers. I had my buddy Rob, who's rad. He had some things kicking in his front yard, and how grateful we were for that. And then I just happened to have a small block Chevy sitting in my backyard. So it's in one of my sheds, pulled that out. So gonna kind of put some time into seeing if we can get that engine running. Because if it does, then that would be perfect. Throw a small block Chevy in it. And then it's just gonna be panels, doing some metal work on the whole entire thing to get that going. So that it's gonna be fun. But again, trying to juggle every single thing that I'm trying to do and want to build. And, plus, if you go see my last video that I posted, I had a while back, I had an opportunity to do some work at my old high school. And it was incredible. They had a women in trades program. And so I got to go there and I got to help and talk to the girls, like do a little how I got here, what I do, things I've gone through, blah, blah, blah. And I got to spend time in the welding booth with each one of them. But when I was there, I have noticed how it's like there's nothing changed since I was in there 25 years ago. And the coveralls the girls had to wear were all just massive. The gloves were massive, huge men's gloves. Like, it hit me that it's like, how do you expect women or people, small people, whoever, to feel inclusive in a situation in that space when nothing fits them? It's unsafe. It just feels like they don't belong because nothing fits them. So I'm trying to work with Miller Welders and Dovetail Workwear in order to do something to get out there, so I can go and I can speak at schools, talk about women in trades and trades in general. I mean, I don't even want to narrow it down to just women in trades at all. I want to narrow it down to people learning to be capable in high school, because I think there's so much push towards the academic side of things that it can really throws people off, that thinking that a trade isn't important. But I do believe that, for a young person to learn to change their own oil, to, be able to change a tire on the side of the road if they get stuck, be able to just be capable, take care of themselves. And even if it's not something pursued, just the fact of having these working with your hands type values, that it's just something that the world is starting to lose. And so being able to push that, and then being able to make everybody feel inclusive. Anyways, that's my babbling about really what I want to do with that. So watch that video, because that was fun. That was a really incredible experience for me to be working with all these young girls who were 15 in my old high school, and that was where I started out. And yeah, it was super cool. I want to see the scout being built. Yeah. 71 Traveler, those are cool. Travel all, yeah. So build a wicked trike. I have like 3 trikes in my backyard. It's just a matter of seeing what's running and seeing what's not. My yard is full of everything. So got a jet boat back there, old motorbikes. I got all sorts of good stuff. Got to get those leaf springs on top of the axles. Yeah, there's so much to think about in what's going to be the best way to do this scout. Is because it's like, do you just do a body swap? I mean, there's not much left to this body. There's lots that needs to be done. Or do we do any upgrades to it? Do we just leave it stock but better, like just fix everything up to be drivable? So many things. all types of welding can you do? Which do you prefer? I can do all types of welding. You know, I started in construction, so that was all mostly stick welding. And then as I shifted, I did some aluminum fabrication. So that was, you know, aluminum spool gun, TIG welding. And then, you know, you have your standard MIG welding. And so I find that I don't have a ton of use for stick welding anymore because I'm not doing anything mobile, or anything heavy construction, heavy structural, anything like that. So I don't do a ton of stick welding anymore. I miss it. I loved it. That was, you know, what I started on, so it was pretty cool. TIG welding is my favorite. It's very therapeutic in a sense, and you know, just I love the process of TIG welding. I had a TIG welder, I didn't like it, so I do need to get another TIG welder in my shop. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, Miller Welders. Yeah, you know, I'm spending all my money on buying trucks to fix them and then buying tools and stuff, but I'm just saving my pennies to get myself a nice TIG welder. And then yeah, MIG welding is just general. Everybody can do it. If you can pull a trigger, you can weld. And so, you know, it's in the level of how you want to be able to do it. But most of my machines at my shop are wire feed, and that's mainly what I do for everything. Thank you, Thomas. I don't think I'm in a space to start my own school, but like I said, this brain's always moving quickly. But what I really want to do is to do like a weekend course, or I have to figure out kind of how I want it to work, but I want to do a course where I can teach women to, not women, I'm not subjective to just that, but to do a course where it's like, okay, build a coffee table night. And I have a group of eight people who want to come in, learn to weld, teach them how to use the basic power tools, have everything mostly prepped, but enough that they would be able to, you know, use a grinder, use a drill, use the welder, do some woodwork. So being able to sand their own tops, tabletops and stuff like that. And just make it a fun, easy space. And especially for, you know, younger people or people who have never used tools or want to come give it a try without having it be in a threatening space, and make it easy and comfortable. Bring a friend, you know, let's do this something fun. It's like paint night. Think of it like paint night, but better. So yeah, stuff like that. I think I really want to do, and then having options for people to kind of continue with that. And then if you know, they're like, hey, I really loved welding, I really love doing this, then maybe offer like once or twice a month where people can come in and I can do welding classes. I can do small, you know, just teach small bits of it to people who don't necessarily want it as a career, but maybe it is a stay-at-home mom who wants to do it as a hobby, you know, when the babies are sleeping. Like or, you know, grandma out there just really wanted to test out using a welder for once in her life. Like just giving these people this opportunity without having to go out spend all the money on all the tools. And then at the end of it, they get to go home with something cool. I love teaching people. I love watching people be like, whoa, like, I didn't know I could do this. And thinking that these tools are big, scary tools because they make a lot of noise and sparks and this and that. But just how you can have just so much fun with it, and to be able to create things, I think is something people just don't get that opportunity to do. So like I said, big dreams for this little gal. You know, I keep busy. But for all of you guys who are listening to me babble about absolutely everything, make sure today's the last day to get in on it, that you go and you subscribe to my channel. If you're not a subscriber, get in there now. But to win this lovely belt buckle made by moi, I will, and a t-shirt. So whoever, anywhere in the world, but you have to go in and you have to comment on the build with me post video that I had done, and then you will be entered to win the draw. So I have to get into my computer e-brain, which I don't have a huge capacity for that, to do this giveaway, but I'm excited because I think it'll be a ton of fun. So I'm gonna do another video tomorrow, another live tomorrow. I will do it, what day is it tomorrow? It's Friday. I will have to do it in the evening because, you know, still work. My kids will probably be here. I'll get them to help me. But yes, to do to do this job. So I'm excited. I'm excited to have someone win this. Yes, I said the love of the build for the Scout, if you want to follow along on the Scout Terra. Enjoy your dinner, a man called Kodiak. You enjoy that dinner. You deserve it. Long day. Long day. I just had lasagna. I made like 80 pounds of lasagna last night. I have a 64 Chevy truck in northern, and I'll sell you cheap. I've just bought 3 trucks, and I still have a jet boat, and I still have everything that I have to build right now. And I am a bit of a sucker for an old truck. There's no doubt about it. I've just about bought a few more in the last couple weeks. And I'll tell you, Facebook Marketplace, it's got some things on there that are really cool for really cheap, but need a ton of work. And yes, I have a big backyard, but my kids might be sad if I start filling it with too many vehicles. But it's fun. All in good fun. Everybody loves their own collections. So what's one more? You know, you're not wrong, but I think if I had something that was running, and you know what I do need, everybody out here that is in the car world, is for my Chevy, my Chevy Viking that I'm doing with Rust Bros, I still need a chassis for it. I would love to keep it Chevy. I was thinking of trying to find a Duramax diesel 1-ton. I don't want to put it on a Ford chassis, but I want everything to be running. I really want to have this truck going for August, and I know that's very ambitious of me. But I want to have it somewhat together so I can have it for Hot Night in the City. You're right. You can't ever have enough stuff. I do agree. My brother-in-law has a Dually C10 1968. Nice. Yeah, see, I get it. You don't always have a need for these things, but sometimes you do just really, truly want to have these fun projects that maybe they'll sit in your yard for 5 years. Maybe it'll take you 10 years to build them, whatever. If you love it, get it. But I need to put all my time and money into the Chevy right now. So, hey, Doug D finally got a live video. Well done. Love that. Even though I'm going like 5 more minutes and then I gotta get my kid. And then, you know, mom-kid time. That's important. So, gotta do that too. They're off having play dates and home in 10 minutes. So, make sure they're ready to snuggle when they get back to me. But again, subscribe to the channel if you have not yet, because that is today is your last chance to get in on the Win This Belt Buckle giveaway tomorrow. Have you made any mailbox posts? I have not made any mailbox posts. I've made a lot of front, like, number signs for homes and, you know, decorative outdoor hangings and gardeny things, but I have not made a mailbox post. But yeah, share with me, guys. If you guys are on Instagram, go follow me on Instagram. I'm always looking for new fun ideas of things that I can share for, you know, different how-tos, what I am able to build that would be fun. What tools do you want to see? I always love a reason to buy a tool. If I can buy a tool just to make a video, guess what? I'm probably going to do it. But that's going to be, you know, I have got some really great tools from Fine. I don't know if anybody's have heard of them. I have used them in the past. That's my saw. I have a cold cut, the Slugger cold cut saw. I love it. And I reached out to them asking if they wanted to send me a blade because I needed a new blade. And then they're like, hey, why don't you want to try out some of our tools? And I was just like, yes, I do. So I got a box of tools, and I'm going to be sharing the video on all of these really amazing tools. They're not my standard Milwaukee tools, which I've always used. And no, I'm not sponsored by Milwaukee. I'm not sponsored by anybody. But you know, when you have an opportunity to work with great tools, just gonna do it. Milwaukee was my choice, but hey, Fine sent me some tools to give a shot, so I'm gonna do that. Thank you, Randall. That's very kind. Weather vane. I've always wanted to build a weather vane. That is a great idea. And then I like it. My mind. Ding, ding, ding. there it goes. And thank you about the one you readdressed was cool. Thank you so much. That was a fun one to build. It's just when you get to take all these tools and you mash them in together and it just looks really, really cool. Hey in Missouri. Okay, you guys, I thank you for sharing your Thursday evening with me, if it's your evening or morning or afternoon or whatever it is. I appreciate you coming on here and saying hi and giving me some good tips and information, talk about trucks, talk about tools, all that stuff. Yeah, just make sure you subscribe to my channel. I love doing this. I love sharing these videos. I'm not gonna stop anytime soon, so you're gonna get sick of me because I'm here to stay. But again, thanks everybody for being part of my YouTube journey. Subscribe to Win This Buckle tomorrow at noon my time. Wait a second. Dubs Customs is on here right now. James, is it for reals? He's on here. Everybody, if you're not following Dubs Customs, you must go do that as well. For those who don't know, Rust Valley Restorers, he got me in on there, working with him, incredibly talented, incredibly amazing. So if you're not following him right now, you better go do it, or else that's it, you're out. All of Vancouver, Ontario, all this stuff right at the end. Yes, that's okay. People join when they join, and I appreciate it all. Okay, for the last time, subscribe to my channel. Sounds so ridiculous when I have to say all this stuff. No, I won't let Dubs win the buckle. You can have one. I'll make him one. I hope everybody has a lovely night. I will be back here again tomorrow. Maybe same time, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see what time it is. I don't know how to announce that I'm doing a live, so again, got to figure that out too. Lots to learn over here. I'm new. Take it easy on me. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for joining me. Have a lovely evening, and we will see you all tomorrow.